in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon. Welcome to this live webinar. My name is Rochelle and I'm part of the Young Enterprise team based here in Wellington. Over the next few minutes, I will take you through and showcase the resources that are available to support you in PrEP. In this webinar, we will give you a detailed look at getting the most from the print materials, the online materials, and the human resources for PrEP. This webinar is part of a three series. The first ones included getting PrEP started in your school, get PrEP humming in your school, and this final one to conclude the series. If you did miss those, we really recommend you watch the recordings that are available on our website. The two other webinars, as I mentioned, are available on the Trust website, www.youngenterprise.org.nz. In those previous PrEP webinars, we touched on developing entrepreneurship in the PrEP program. Once you've established the basics of PrEP, the next step is to really get those entrepreneurs up and running. Many schools find it easier to start small in PrEP and perhaps begin with a teacher-initiated venture, allowing the PrEP community to become established before opening up the opportunities for students to start small businesses with other students. This is a great way to start small and keep the program manageable. At some point, students may ask to break away from the established ventures and set up their own businesses. The small entrepreneur student groups of 3 to 5 students add a special flavour to your PrEP program. They boost the number and variety of PrEP activities in the PrEP community. They offer products and services that complement other ventures and in many ways are the extension group of your PrEP program. So how can you help your entrepreneurial student group set up for success? Some schools report to us that having 1 or 2 staff members operate as facilitators for the student entrepreneurs works really well. The students work in a business academy type setting. They're working independently, however they are overseen by those facilitators, but they have rights and responsibilities. An area for these students to work in is designated and business meetings are held regularly. In some schools, we have seen facilitators run courses for the students to help them succeed with their planning, their marketing, accounting, and other important business work. All of these are new and challenging activities for your students, so any help they get will be greatly appreciated. Initially, students will prepare business plans and submit them for approval. Bear in mind, these do not need to be lengthy documents. Rather, they should be short and clear, perhaps a 1 A4 page, and accompanied with this, 2 to 3 references, either from a teacher, parents, or someone they help in the local community, such as a neighbour or church leader. We have seen many wonderful references students have received that they treasure throughout their primary and intermediate years. The reference for Alex, a student from West Auckland Prep School, is shown on the screen. Alex is an amazing person. She will bring harmony and serenity to any group she joins. Grab her before someone else does. Offer her a huge salary, a company car, whatever it takes. Don't let her get away. What an awesome business partner she turned out to be for her colleagues in the entertainment business they ran at their school. A reference like the one Alex received would be a great asset for any CV. While we advocate for your entrepreneurs to work independently as much as possible, it does pay to have some simple systems in place to ensure they meet their responsibilities. Contracts between business partners are encouraged. These could include wage rates for individuals, how profits are to be distributed, how losses will be funded. Contracts are good business practice, and they do ensure everyone is well aware of their rights and their responsibilities. In the Business Academy type situation, the facilitator might like to have a contract between themselves and the student entrepreneur groups. These ensure the entrepreneur groups keep on task, complete business work, and keep their workspace tidy. It's a good idea to have groups meet at the start and at the conclusion of their PrEP sessions. Meeting minutes can be recorded at the start of the meeting. At their roundup session, meeting plans can be made for the next business plan. We have a number of examples on our online resource centre of different business plans, different personal skills, attribute documents, even references, and all those all-important business planning documentation. It just gives the teacher a guide to what students can prepare so that they ensure their business is a success. They, as I mentioned, are a guide only. We suggest you check these out, but be sure to have your PrEP entrepreneurs prepare their own personal business material. As we stated in the Get PrEP Humming in Your School webinar, students should be encouraged to keep accurate records, examples of their order forms, receipts, sponsorship letters, etc. We suggest business portfolios. These are a great way for your business entrepreneurs to record their PrEP business journey. On page 37 of the Teacher's Manual, and also available online, is a blank template example. This is available in the Entrepreneurs folder. We can assist students to connect with other PrEP students should you choose. This is a great way for students to share ideas, discuss problems and solutions. We can even Skype with your entrepreneurs to provide support and guidance. We will need advance warning though. This year we are investigating podcasts for PrEP students, and we will keep you posted on these. In PrEP, students and teachers will navigate their way through a range of different processes, as shown with the PrEP pathway. This was mentioned through the last two webinars, whereby you have currency creation, setting up the warehouse, setting up the banking services, business planning, venture selection, job applications, apprenticeship, marketing products and services, market day preparation and execution. A huge range of templates, exemplars and videos are available to support you in these processes. We're going to map these out for you in the next coming slides. Engaging students in the pre-PrEP economy. These activities are optional, but they are available in the Teacher's Manual, Learning Economics, on page 122 through to 165. School favourites include barter and exchange, Old Toy Fair, and exchange and economic activity, Veggie Machine. You may see those on the screen there. Evaluating choices is a great lead-in to discussing the decision-making grid and to decide the products and services that will be produced and offered in PrEP. This particular section of the Teacher's Manual has a glossary of terms to assist any teachers with the economic language of PrEP. The key economic understandings that underpin PrEP are all outlined in this document. So how can you access these documents I'm talking about? Once you are registered for PrEP, you have a range of print, downloadable resources, as well as the professional support via webinar, phone, email and Skype. That all-important Teacher's Manual is available as a PDF file to download for free and copy to all your computers within the registered school. If you do want a professionally printed copy, these are available from us for $75. Email support at the end and we will send one out to you. When undertaking currency creation for PrEP, There is support through print and online resources. The PrEP Teacher's Manual covers the key processes teachers need to be aware of when they are establishing that school-based currency. The Online Resource Centre offers several options. Should teachers choose to run a competition for selection of the school currency, we have a lesson plan to help you do this, along with examples of school-based currency from a range of other schools. If you prefer to use a pre-made currency, you can use our PrEP Moolah template. A further option is our New Zealand specimen currency. Featured also is a video on currency design from a school. Currency creation provides the opportunity to integrate the visual arts and social sciences aspect of the curriculum. When setting up the warehouse, the key processes teachers need to be aware of are outlined in the PrEP Teacher's Manual on page 29 and 30. Examples of tried and true systems shared by other PrEP schools are available on that centre. These systems have been developed by students and teachers to ensure a smooth running of the warehouse. They may include warehouse catalogues, order forms, and resource manager templates. The warehouse is an essential part of a PrEP business. Viewing the two videos is highly recommended. Setting up and managing the PrEP warehouse provides great opportunity for integration with numeracy, literacy, the social sciences, and key competencies, in particular using language symbols and text for the curriculum. When it comes to banking services, the PrEP Teacher's Manual has a concise section which will oversee all this financial aspect. It's titled Keeping Our Money Safe and Creating a Banking System on page 89. The bankers will be producing their own paper and/or electronic system for PrEP. There are a few exemplars of cash book and wage systems which are available on our free online resource centre in the banking folder. These can spark ideas for creation of their own banking systems, but should not be copied for wholesale. We recommend that you view the two banking videos. They are very different systems set up by students. One is quite simple and the other is mirroring a real physical bank with a cash till. Setting up and managing the PrEP Bank provides a great opportunity for integration with numeracy, literacy, and the key competencies. It also provides an authentic opportunity to develop financial capability with your students. Business planning in PrEP will be unique, depending on the venture or business in PrEP. Groups will decide what forms of record keeping they need to be and have to be a successful and productive business. They should be encouraged to make these specific to the products and services they will provide for the market. There are several examples on the Resource Centre of business planning systems that have been created by other PrEP schools. Those provided as Word documents can be edited to suit your school situation, i.e. add your logos, edit the content. Those provided as PDF files have been contributed by PrEP schools and should be used as inspiration for student planning, but not copied. By viewing the Selwyn Ridge School record-keeping video, it's highly recommended. Here the students showcase the recording they have undertaken in PrEP. The appendices in the Teacher's Manual contain several useful business planning information for the businesses. These ideas support all aspects of planning for a successful venture. They draft a business plan, writing CVs, collecting references, deciding the products and services for market, and financial records, all found here. Business planning in PrEP provides an ideal opportunity to integrate the English, maths, and statistics and social science curriculum, All 5 key competencies are developed through the activity. For ideas on recording the business planning for your junior students, on the Online Resource Centre, we have Petite PrEP Scrapbook. This style of recording is simple for junior students and for the teachers to manage. This can be used for any product produced, for example, the Play-Doh company. Another simple recording example has been made recently by Selwyn Ridge School. It is managed by the students themselves. The process for venture selection and PrEP will vary according to whether schools have a teacher-led venture or entrepreneurial businesses only, or perhaps a mix of both. Once those ventures are decided, students joining teacher-led ventures should be encouraged to select ones that perhaps have activities that interest them. There's no point in joining a garden venture if you don't like getting your hands dirty. They should also consider the skills to participate in it, i.e., there's no point in joining a PrEP band if you perhaps don't have the musical skill. It's important students don't select a venture because their best friend is joining the group. The best course of action is to join in an activity you enjoy doing and have the skills to be successful in. Entrepreneurs, on the other hand, don't apply to a venture as such. They apply to run their own business with a small group of business partners. There is a comprehensive material available for this to support business applications. The PrEP Teacher's Manual has some useful guidelines for venture selection. See important pages 31 and 32. The Online Resource Centre offers examples for selection that have been successfully trialled in PrEP schools. These include exemplars from other schools with their venture booklets. It can be useful to send home a one-page version of this to parents when PrEP is getting started, so that they understand what PrEP is about and what activities their children are engaging in. The video of Dyer Street School, their venture, is definitely worth a watch. The venture at the school ranged from new entrants through to Year 6. Some senior students were engaged in PrEP activities that benefited students and teachers at the junior level, for example, computer teaching or reading tutors. Venture selection engages students in the aspects of the English and social science curriculums, along with the development of the key competencies. When it comes to job applications, the Teacher's Manual oversees the process on page 32. When job application time comes around, it's a good opportunity to integrate oral language aspects of the English curriculum through job interviews, and also see those and develop the key competencies. The Online Resource Centre has useful examples of CV templates, job descriptions, employment letters. And there are also 2 videos on there that showcase careers and employment aspects of PrEP. The first shows teachers interviewing a student for the Food Delight business, and the second looks at the components of preparing to apply for jobs, such as collecting references and advertising. Both are well worth the watch. When students arrive at their ventures, in particular those teacher-led ventures, it's really difficult to know when to start setting up the business. On page 33 and 37 of the Teacher's Manual, there are ideas on how to start with the varying aspects of running the business. They include the purpose of an apprenticeship, some initial activities when the students arrive at work, establishing the venture and creating that right balance, and finally trading with customers and other ventures. All that's required for this stage of PrEP is outlined in that teacher's page. Teachers will find resources already covered and available on their Online Resource Centre, such as the decision-making grid, to help decide make the products and services for their market. during this all-important apprentice time. Although you will gather ideas for marketing of the products and services when reading through other material outlined in this webinar, we're very light on marketing examples. If you are doing the PrEP program, we'd love you to send us some examples that we can share. The Enterprise for Kids Teacher's Guide covers this aspect of PrEP. You will have access to this if you are registered with us. Advertising the products and services for market is an aspect of PrEP that students just love, and you will be amazed at their wonderful creative ideas. They create everything from business cards and posters to flyers and radio adverts. Marketing activities provide lots of opportunity to integrate English, visual arts, technology, ICT, and the key competencies. It is also an activity that engages students in developing enterprise and financial capability. The Selwyn Ridge advertisement, whereby students and teachers alike will really enjoy watching this one. Marketing activities provide lots of opportunity to integrate all those things as I mentioned and develop those all-important skills. Market Day. This is the accumulation of PrEP and it's a highlight for everybody involved. We have lots of material to support the preparation and successful running of Market Day. If you have an opportunity to invite parents along and to operate a foreign exchange, your students will have the bonus learning opportunity in the social sciences along with all the other integrated learning that occurs from that Market Day. On the screen are the resources we have available. This is only the beginning, pages 41 to 42. The online resource centre has several, from trade fair examples to mini markets to inter-school markets. They all provide students with an opportunity to practice what they have learnt throughout the program. To make sure you are accessing all the resources, whether it be the Teacher's Manual, the Online Resource Centre, or needing to contact us, you do need to be on our website. It is being updated all the time. If you are already registered with us, you will know this page well on the youngenterprise.org.nz website. Just click on their primary and intermediate resource section there, showcased in the red box. But we need your help as well. Once you're into that resource section, you will see hundreds and hundreds of resources. For terms between now and Monday the 24th of November, we are opening a competition to all teachers who are registered for PrEP to please share with us your successful, perhaps your enterprise activities undertaken in your class, any units of work you have available, or a link to your video of any enterprise activities that you are doing. We require your permission to make these available for other PrEP teachers and students, so please consider this before you enter the competition. We need as many ideas as possible to make PrEP even better. So once you've registered with us, this screen will take about 2 minutes to complete. Apologies if you have already done it. You'll be asked several questions. The most important thing is to send my information to Young Enterprise Trust. If you complete that form and do not push that button, we will not know about you. You'll come onto the Resource Centre website. You may wish to bookmark this page as it is different to our Young Enterprise website, resources.youngenterprise.org.nz. This is the Online Resource Centre, or as we refer to, ORC. For 2014, only teachers can get access to these resources. We are looking at the opportunity to make them available for students. On the right-hand corner, you will see where you log on and log off. It's very simple. You have your first name, dot, and then your last name. Your support team, the support team here at Young Enterprise Trust will send you that password. You then have the ability to change it once you have logged on. Should you forget the password at any time for that resource centre, the support team can happily reset it for you at our end. Just let us know. So once you've logged on, as I said, it is a minefield in there. There is a lot to get your head around. But most important is to link your personal homepage. Always go back to the top left-hand corner, just under that Young Enterprise logo, should you get lost when you start looking. The resources you have access to are shown in the main body of the page. That's the red screen that you can see. So check out any of these. Just click on the link. Resources are listed in the middle of the page, and there are so many different types, from PDFs to PowerPoints to Word to Excels, as I mentioned, those video clips. You can preview all of these resources online and download them should you choose to, for free. If you get stuck at any point, on the screen are the different ways you can contact us. Most importantly is our support team. We do our best to answer your query within the first 24 hours of receiving an email. Shorter if it can be answered quickly on phone, so we do encourage the phone first. And we are available from 7:30 till 5 o'clock here in the office. support@youngenterprise.org.nz is the email to contact. I'd like to hand you back to Helen now, should there be any questions from today's webinar. Thank you, Helen.
Thanks, Rochelle. And we don't have any questions come through at the moment, but if you would like to send a question through before we sign off this afternoon, you can do that now. So just type it into the questions box, as I mentioned earlier. And I'll pass it back to you. Thanks, Rochelle.
Many thanks, Helen. We have covered a lot today. A lot of the slides have a lot of information on them, and it wouldn't be possible without the help of Magpie Media and Helen and her team there. We thank you very much for that. For the participants listening today, I also thank you for tuning in. The recording is available for you to go through slowly on those page numbers and where to download exactly the exact documents you require for those online resources. We wish you all the best for your PrEP teaching for 2014, and we look forward to hearing from you. Many thanks. Thank you, Helen.
Great, thanks, Rochelle, and thank you, everybody. And I'll end the webinar for this afternoon for us all. Thanks. Enjoy your evening.